Okay, this is Miss Kilby with COSM 1050 hair color. So this is your hair color formulation number 4 worksheet. You were supposed to print that off and then to make sure that you have the right answers for this color formulation sheet. Okay, so her number 1, the natural level is level 4, which is dark brown, and she has no gray. Okay, A, she wants to be a level 5, medium brown, which is written as 5N. So the formula is going to be 1 ounce of 5N plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. 10 volume developer because you are lifting 1 level. You're going from a level 4 to a 5, so you're stepping up 1 level. So that's why it's 10 volume. B, she wants to be a level 6, which is light brown, and it's written as 6N. And so your formula is going to be 1 ounce of 6N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because she's naturally a level 4 and she wants a level 6, so you're moving up 2 levels. 20 volume is for 2 levels. C, she wants to be a level 7 dark blonde, which is written as 7N. So it's 1 ounce of 7N, 7 because she's a level 4. She wants to be a level 7, and you got to put a level 7 plus 1 ounce of 30 volume developer. 30 volume developer because you're lifting 3 levels. Okay, number 2. Her natural level is a 5, which is medium brown. She has no gray. She wants to be a level 6, which is light brown. It's written as 6N. So her formula is going to be 1 ounce of 6N plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. 10 volume developer because she's a level 5 and you got to step up to a level 6. Okay? So that is going to be 10 volume developer. B, she wants to be a level 7, which is dark blonde. It's written 7N. So her formula is going to be 1 ounce of 7N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because she's a level 5 and you're going to a 7. So you got to lift her 2 levels to get to a level 7. Okay, this is C on number 2. So she's still at a natural level 5. She's got no gray. Okay, so she wants to be a level 8 medium blonde, which is written as 8N. So her formula is going to be 1 ounce of 8N plus 1 ounce of 30 volume. So your natural needs to be in the level they want. Whatever level they want, that's what it needs to be in. If you put a level 5 in here, it's going to be too dark. So if you're writing a half an ounce of 5N and a half an ounce of 8N, it's going to be too dark. So it's going to put you at about a level 6.5, which is way too dark for this. Okay? So 1 ounce of 8N because that's the level she wants to be in, plus 1 ounce of 30 volume developer because you're lifting from a level 5 up to a level 8. Okay. Number 3, her natural level is 6. She has no gray. She wants to be a level 7, and which is dark blonde, and it's written as 7N. So for her, the formula is going to be 1 ounce of 7N because you have to put the natural in the level that she wants, which is level 7. 1 ounce of 7N plus 1 ounce of 10 volume. So do not add any 6 in this because if you add 6 in it, it's going to be too dark. Okay, so she wants to be a level 7. You have to add the natural in that level. Okay, so B, she wants to be a level 8, which is medium blonde, and it's written as 8N. So her formula is going to be 1 ounce of 8N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 8N because that's the level she wants. She's at a level 6. You got to move up 2 levels. That's why you're doing the 20 volume developer, because you're moving up 2 levels. Okay, C, she wants to be a level 9, which is light blonde. It's written as 9N. So her formula is going to be 1 ounce of 9N because that's the level she wants. You have to put it in the level she wants, plus 1 ounce of 30 volume developer. 30 volume developer because you're lifting from a level 6, you're going all the way up to a level 9, which is 3 steps. You got to lift 3 levels. So it's 1 ounce of 9N plus 1 ounce of 30 volume developer. Okay, number 4. Natural level is 7. The gray is at 50%. So as we know, our rules, you have to add natural in when it's 50% gray or higher, you've got to add natural. You got to add equal parts of your natural and then your target shade, right? Equal parts. So she wants to be a level 8 gold, which is written as 8G. So she wants to be a gold, a level 8 gold is 50% gray, so I have to add the natural in her. I add the natural at the same level she wants. Do not put 7 in it. If you put 7 natural in it, it's going to be too dark. Your client is not going to be happy. It has to be in the level she wants. So your formula is 1/2 an ounce of 8N plus 1/2 ounce of 8G plus 1 ounce of 20 volume. Developer, 20 volume developer because I'm covering gray and I want it to be completely covered. 50% gray, you have to use 20 volume developer to cover it completely. Even though you're just moving up one step, if you use 10 volume and it's not going to cover it because that you have to open that cuticle up. Gray hair is resistant. You got to open it up so the pigment will deposit. Okay, so the formula is 1/2 of 8N plus 1/2 ounce of 8G plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. Okay, number 4. It's still number 4. I just wrote it here at the top so we wouldn't be confused. So her natural level is a 7. She's got 50% gray. So this is 4B. So she wants to be a level 8 mocha. Mocha has some red in it, so you have to add the natural in it. Because number 1, it's got red in it, and number 2, she's 50% gray, so you have to add that in there. You've got to add the natural. So the 8 mocha is written as 8M. So I have to add the natural in the same level that she wants. So she wants to be a level 8, so I have to add my natural in that level. If you add level 7, if you put 1/2 ounce of 7 natural and 1/2 ounce of 8 natural, you're making a level 7.5, which that's not what she wants. She wants to be a level 8. So you have to put 1/2 ounce of 8N plus 1/2 ounce of 8 mocha plus 1 ounce of 20 volume. 20 volume because she has 50% gray, and I'm trying to cover her gray completely. Okay, C, 4C, she wants to be a level 7, which is dark blonde, and it's 7 natural. Okay, so she wants to be a level 7. She's in a level 7. She wants to be a level 7 natural. That's what she wants to be. So the formula is 1 ounce of 7N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. It's 7 natural because that's what she wants to be. That's what she wants to be. So it's only 1 ounce of 7 natural plus 1 ounce of 20 volume. 20 volume because we're trying to cover 50% gray. Okay, number 5, her natural level is an 8, and she's got 60% gray, so she's got more gray in it. So I know right off the bat, looking at this, is it 60% gray, so that tells me that I need to use 20 volume developer, number 1, and number 2, I'm going to have to add natural in the formula because if I don't, it's not going to cover the gray. Okay, so A, she wants to be a level 8 medium blonde, which is written as 8N. So my formula is 1 ounce of 8N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. My natural is in the same level that she wants, 20 volume because it's over 50% gray. Okay, B, she wants to be a level 9, which is light blonde. It's written as 9N. So my formula is 1 ounce of 9N because that's the level that she wants to be. Plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because it's over 50% gray. Even though you're just stepping up one level. In this situation, because she has so much gray, you have to use the 20 volume developer. If you don't use 20 volume developer, it's not going to cover the gray because the gray is resistant. Okay, 5C, she wants to be a level 9, which is golden blonde. So it's written as 9G. Okay, so 9G. So I know she wants to be a 9 gold. I have to add the natural in the same level that she wants to be because she's got 50% or higher in gray, and that's the rule. So she wants to be a level 9N, so my natural is a 1/2 ounce of 9N plus a 1/2 ounce of 9G plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. Do not put level 8 natural in there. If you put level 8 natural in there, if you add level 8 natural and level 9 natural, you're making a 7 natural. You're making a level 7. She does not want to be that. She wants to be a level 9. I'm sorry, you're making a level, if you add 8 and 9, you're making a level 8.5, which is going to be a little bit too dark. It's going to be a little bit too dark. So you have to add the natural level in the level that she wants. So it's 1/2 ounce of 9 natural plus 1/2 ounce of 9 gold, 9G, plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because it's 60% gray. And I want to cover it completely. Okay, number 6. Her natural level is a 6. She's got 70% gray. So this is a new rule here, right? At 70% gray, we have to formulate 1 whole level darker. Because if you don't, it's not going to be the true color because she's got too much white in her hair. So you have to add, you have to formulate it 1 whole level darker. So she wants to be a level 7, which is dark blonde, and that is written as 7N. But because she's 70% gray, I know already because that's the rule is I have to formulate it 1 whole level darker. So I want to put 1 ounce of 6N, 6 natural because I'm formulating 1 whole level darker because she's got 70% gray, plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because I want to cover my lady's hair completely. So at 50% gray or higher, you have to use 20 volume to open up the cuticle enough for the color to deposit. Okay, so the formula is 1 ounce of 6N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. It's formulated a whole level darker. She wants to be a level 7. We're formulating her to level 6. And because she has so much gray, whenever we put it on there, it's going to look like it's a level 7. Okay? All right, 6B, she wants to be a level 8 mocha, which is written as 8M. So mocha has a little bit of red in it, in the color. It's a warm reddish brown. Okay, so it's got a lot of red in it. She wants to be a level 8. It's 70% gray, so the rule is I have to formulate 1 whole level darker. So the formula is going to be a 1/2 ounce of 7 natural. I'm using 7 because it's 70% gray and I'm formulating 1 whole level darker. Plus a 1/2 ounce of 7 mocha. That's my target shade. That's what she wants to be. This is 8 mocha, but I'm using the 7 because I'm formulating 1 whole level darker. Plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer because I need to cover her gray completely. I've got to open the cuticle enough where the color will deposit into the cuticle. Okay? All right, so C6C, she wants to be a level 6. She's light, which is light brown, and it's written as 6N. So because she's 70% gray, I got to formulate it 1 whole level darker. So my formula is going to be 1 ounce of 5N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume. Do not put 6 natural in this formula. If you put 6 natural in the formula, it's going to make it too light. She wants to be a level 6. Okay? So you're formulating a whole level, so you got to be consistent. A whole level darker. 1 ounce of 5N plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. Okay, number 7. This lady is natural level is 7. She's 40% gray. And it's a scalp only retouch for this lady. Okay, so for 40% gray. At 40% gray, you have to add 1/4 part natural plus 3/4 part of your target shade. Okay? In order for it to cover the gray. So A, she wants to be a level 7, which is level 7 dark copper gold. So it's written as 7CG. So look, Anything in the red family, you have to add natural to it, because if you don't, when you put it on the scalp, the heat from the scalp it's a conductor, so it's going to make the product go faster. So what would happen if you put that 7 copper gold, she's going to look like Ronald McDonald with the scalp, because it's going to go vibrant. It'll be too vibrant. That's what we call hot roots. So you have to add the natural in it to eliminate the hot roots. So her formula is going to be 1/4 of an ounce of 7 natural, because that's what level she wants to be in. 1/4 of an ounce. And 3/4 of an ounce of 7 copper gold, 7 CG, because that's the target shade that she wants to be, plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. 10 volume because you're just depositing. You're staying in the same level. You're staying in the same level. Okay? All right. B, she wants to be a level 8 medium copper gold, which is written as 8 CG. So when I look at this, copper's in the red family. So I know immediately that I'm going to have to add some natural in with that. Because if I don't, she's going to have hot roots. Okay? And we're doing a retouch on the scalp only. So her formula is going to be 1/4 of an ounce of 8N, which is you got to add the natural in the same level that she wants. She wants to be a level 8, so you have to add the natural in the level that she wants. Plus 3/4 of an ounce of 8 CG, plus 1 ounce of 10 volume. This is her target shade. So you got to add 1/4 of an ounce of the natural, 3/4 of an ounce of the target shade, and then plus 10 volume developer, because she's a level 7 and you want to take her to a level 8. So you only need to lift her 1 level. So if they want to lift, if they want to stay in the same level that they're in, you're going to use 10 volume for deposit only. If they want to move up 1 level from a 7 to an 8, you're going to use 10 volume developer. Okay, this is 7C, so she's still natural level 7. She's got 40% gray, and we're doing a retouch on the scalp only. Okay, she wants to be a level 9, light copper gold, which is 9 CG. Okay, so she's at a level 7, and she wants to be a 9. So that tells me that I'm lifting her 2 levels. So I automatically know that I'm going to use 20 volume, because she's at a level 7, and I got to move up the ladder 2 steps, which is going to bring me to a 9. So for this formula, it's 1/4 of an ounce of 9N, because that's what level she wants to be. The natural has to be added in the level that she wants. Okay, so it's 1/4 ounce of 9N plus 3/4 of an ounce of 9 copper gold, 9 CG, plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because I'm climbing up my ladder 2 steps. I'm going from a level 7 to a level 9. So I have to use 20 volume in order for it to be the shade that she wants it to be. Okay, number 8. Her natural level is a 9. She's got 10% gray, which is not much. And we're doing a retouch on the scalp only. So 8A, she wants to be a level 9. She's already a level 9. She wants to be a level 9 light copper gold. And it's written as 9 CG. So copper is in the red family. Okay, so you have to add natural in with it in order for her not to have hot roots. Because if I just put that light copper gold on her, that 9 CG on her scalp with 10 volume developer, she's going to have hot roots. So her scalp is going to look lighter than the ends do. So if I put it on her scalp, it's going to be too vibrant. It's not going to match the ends. We're just doing a retouch. Okay, so her formula is going to be 1/2 ounce of 9N, because that's the level that she wants to be in. Plus 1 ounce of 9 copper gold, plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. So I have to add that natural in there to keep her from having hot roots. Okay, to keep her from having hot roots. So keep it from looking too vibrant. So 1/2 ounce of 9N plus 1/2 ounce of 9 CG plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. Okay, 8B. She wants to be a level 8 medium red copper. Red copper is in the red family, so that automatically tells me I'm going to have to add natural on her because I'm doing it on her scalp. Okay, so it's 8RC. So her color formula is going to be 1/2 ounce of 8N, because she wants to be a level 8. So my natural has to be in the same level that she wants it to be in. Because if I don't, it's going to be too light or too dark. If I don't add the right level natural, the formula's not going to be correct. So 1/2 ounce of 8N plus 1/2 ounce of 8RC plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. 10 volume developer because I'm just depositing. So she's at a level 9 and I just want to go down the ladder one step. So I'm going to deposit only. So if I'm depositing, it don't matter what level it is after 9, because that's what level it is after her natural level. Whatever natural level she is, if she wants to be darker than her natural level, you have to use 10 volume developer. Okay? All right, C. She wants to be a level 7 dark violet red. Violet red is in the red family, so that automatically tells me that I am going to have to add some natural into her formula. So it's written as 7VR. So 1/2 ounce of 7N, 7 because that's the level she wants. 1/2 ounce of 7N plus 1/2 ounce of 7VR plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. Because she's a level 9, she wants to be a 7. I'm just depositing. I have to do no lifting on her whatsoever. Because if we put 20, all you're doing is over processing the hair, and that's not what we want to do. Our main goal is to keep the integrity of the hair. Okay, number 9, her natural level is a 5. She's got 55% gray, and she wants to be 5 RB, which is a red-brown. She wants to be 5 red-brown. Red, it's in the red family. All right, it's over 50% gray, so I know that I'm going to use 20 volume developer just because it's over 50% gray. It's retouch and ends are faded. So look, so when the retouch and the ends are faded, so she's already came in last month and got her hair done. And so she's growing out from the scalp, so you're seeing that gray that she has in her hair, which has got 55%. The ends are already the level that she wants it. They're just faded. So you're just making them a little bit more vibrant. So for her scalp formula is going to be 1/2 ounce of 5N. Okay, because she wants to be a level 5 RB. So she wants to be a level 5. Okay, so you're going to do 1/2 ounce of 5N plus 1/2 ounce of 5 RB plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. The natural needs to be in the shade, the level that she wants. The level that she wants is a 5. So it's 1/2 ounce of 5 natural, 5N plus 1/2 ounce of 5 RB plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because she's got over 50% gray, and I want to cover it completely. Okay, so for her ends, you have to put, if you just put 1 ounce of 5 RB plus 1 ounce of 10 volume, that's understood as permanent hair color. When you're doing the ends, you need to be using demi-permanent hair color, or you can use the permanent hair color, but you have to add shampoo. And so basically what you're doing is you're diluting that product so it's not so harsh on the ends. So what happens whenever people puts color from the scalp to the ends? Every single time they do it, every 3 or 4 weeks, then the ends become over processed. And so we are trying to keep the integrity of the hair. So for the ends, you have to state that it's demi-permanent hair color. You're using 1 ounce of 5 RB plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer, only because 10 volume, because her ends are already that color. They're just a little bit faded out. You don't want to use 20 volume on her. You only want to use 10 because you're just wanting to deposit some pigment back into the hair. Okay, so you could write it like that. The ends could be written as demi-permanent, 1 ounce of 5 RB plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. Or if you don't put demi-permanent, your formula should look like this. It should be 1/2 ounce of 5 RB plus 1/2 ounce of 10 volume developer plus 1 ounce of shampoo. So you have to add equal amounts of your color formula, which is 1 ounce. This part right here is 1 ounce of color. So you got 1 ounce of color mixed up in your bowl. If you're going to use permanent hair color, you have to use 1 ounce of shampoo to dilute it enough where it's not going to overprocess the ends. Okay, so you have to write it as 1/2 ounce of 5 RB plus 1/2 ounce of 10 volume plus 1 ounce of shampoo. You got to have a whole ounce of shampoo because you have a whole ounce of color right here. Okay, a whole ounce of color and a whole ounce of shampoo for the ends. Okay, number 10, her natural level is an 8. She's at 75% gray, and she wants to be level 7 red violet. Okay, so when I look at this, she's 75% gray. So at 70% gray, I have to formulate 1 whole level darker. I have to do 1 whole level darker. She wants to be a level 7 RB. So for her scalp, she's at a level 8. She's got a lot of gray, so I got to formulate 1 whole level darker. So she wants to be a level 7. This is what she wants to be. She wants to be a 7 RB. So I have to formulate it 1 whole level darker, and I have to use the natural in it too because it's over 50% gray. 50% or over. So her formula is 1 ounce of 6N. She wants to be a level 7. You got to formulate it 1 whole level darker. So 1/2 an ounce of 6N plus 1/2 an ounce of 6RB, red violet, plus 1 ounce of 20 volume developer. 20 volume developer because I'm trying to cover her gray completely. She's 75% gray, so I have to formulate her 1 whole level darker. So my formula down here needs to be at a whole level darker. She wants to be a level 7, so I have to drop it down 1 level and formulate it to a level 6, because if I don't, the end results is going to be too light because you're working with a lot of white in the hair. Okay, so for her ends, it's demi-permanent color. You got 2 choices. Number 1, you can put demi-permanent color because her ends are faded on here. So the formula is going to be 1 ounce of 7RB. It's going to be 7RB here because we've already colored her this color. Okay, so we've already colored her last month. She come in and we already turned her a level 7. And so just because her ends are faded, they're just faded out a little bit. So what you need to put is, you want to put the same level she wants on there on the ends, because if you don't, it's going to be too dark. If you put a 6 on her ends that are just faded, you're going to make them too dark. So her scalp is going to look like it's a level 7 and her ends are going to be like a level 6. So it's going to be too dark. So you put demi-permanent, 1 ounce of 7RB plus 1 ounce of 10 volume developer. Okay. Or if you don't do it that way, you can use permanent hair color, but you have to add the shampoo. So you would put 1/2 an ounce of 7RB because her ends are just faded, right? Her ends are just faded. She's already at a level 7. So all I'm doing is refreshing her ends. So 1/2 an ounce of 7RB plus 1/2 an ounce of 20 volume developer, because I'm using permanent hair color. I'm using her same color formula, plus 1 ounce of shampoo. So I got 1/2 an ounce of color and 1/2 an ounce of developer, which is 1 ounce of color total. I got 1 whole ounce of color. So if I'm using permanent color, I have to add shampoo equal amounts. So now I'm adding 1 ounce of shampoo. So when you're doing the ends, and for any test that you do, or on your card, on your client card, you want to write down what you do to them. You're going to keep a formula. So if you just put an ounce of 7R and an ounce of 10 volume, you're not going to know what it is. So if you just do that without writing demi-permanent, you're going to assume it is permanent hair color. So you got to make notes on your client's card so you know what you've done from time to time. Okay, so that's it for this. So if you want to use permanent color, you can. Okay, you don't even have to write permanent. But if you don't write if you don't write demi, it's just assumed that it's permanent hair color. If you don't write demi-permanent, I'm assuming it's permanent hair color. You have to put it on the formula page. So if you're just demi-permanent, if you're going to use demi on the end, you got to put it and put your formula. And if you're going to use regular permanent color, you have to add the shampoo. You have to write out the formula. If you don't write out the formula, you just can't say regular formula and add shampoo. I want to know that you know how to do it. And this is how it has to be written on the paper, okay? If you're doing the shampoo. Okay, so just a quick little review about developer. We have 10, 20, 30, and 40 volume developers, okay? 10 volume is going to lift 1 level. 20 volume is going to lift 2 levels. 30 volume is going to lift 3 levels. And 40 volume is going to lift 4 levels. Your standard mixing ratio is 1:1. Your high lift color is 1:2. The reason that we teach you this is because it's the standard mixing ratios. The companies now, some are different. But if you learn these ratios, a standard ratio for that company, it may be 1 part color to 1.5 parts developer. But because you've learned this, your standard mixing ratio and your high lift ratio, you can formulate in any color line that you decide to use. Okay, so I just wanted to do an example of a high lift, using a high lift formula. Okay, so high lift formula. So this lady right here, the ratio is 1:2, right? Because it's high lift. So she's a natural level 8, and she wants to be an ultralight ash blonde. Ultralight ash blonde is written ULA. Ultralight ash blonde. Okay, ULA. So because this is anything with ultra in it is going to be a high lift color. Anything with ultra in the beginning of the name is high lift. So she wants to be a level 8. Her natural level is 8, and she wants to be this off the chart light blonde. So you got a couple of choices here. With a high lift color, you're either going to use 30 or 40 volume developer. It's pretty standard across the whole color company lines. It's pretty standard. It's 30 or 40 volume developer. So she's level 8. So I've got 1 ounce of ULA plus 2 ounces of 30 volume developer, because my mixing ratio is 1:2. 1 part color to 2 parts developer. 1 part color to 2 parts developer. So 1 ounce of ULA plus 2 ounces of 30 volume. Or you could write it with 40 volume. It's your choice, okay? Depending on what you're going from. If you're going from a level 7, you're probably going to use a level 4. You're going to use a 40 volume developer, you know? So it just depends on what you want to do right here. But you got to have enough lift in it to get them where they want to be. So you can write this formula either 1 ounce of ULA plus 2 ounces of 30 volume developer, or you can write 1 ounce of ULA plus 2 ounces of 40 volume developer. It's still 1:2. You just got different developers here. Different developers. 1 ounce, 1:2, 1:2. Okay. And that concludes our worksheet. So if you have any questions at all you have to do is get on our page during our class time and ask the instructor. And I'll be happy to help you any way that I can with a color formulation. It's very important because we will have a color formulation test. Eventually, before this class is out, we're going to have one. So I want you to be able to know how to do this. So if you need help, please ask me and I'll be happy to help you any way I can. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.